sound of what this sounds like now, and then when we port it, or do the muffler mod. I want you to understand something here. So there's the sound of it. I'm almost out of gas, but we should have an. You guys probably got power saw gas around here, don't you? It's the season, friends. Check your freaking gas cans. Don't let them blow up.
The guy that owned this would clean the sawdust out of the clutch housing for once in a
No
while.
way, that doesn't make any sense to me. Crazy? You call that dirty? Muffler.
Not compared to some of the ones I've seen.
Look at this, friends. I mean, I gotta be honest. There's no easier way to do this than the way they did it. Mufflers, exhaust that comes out the bottom of a chainsaw, in my opinion, you're defeated instantly. Mac did it. And I don't know. I shouldn't say defeated, but you're fighting because the exhaust can't go anywhere. So that's the other one. And if it works real good, we're going to do that one too.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be interesting, actually. It will be. I have a feeling something's going to happen, just from my experience.
Well, I can 100% guarantee it's going to be louder.
I like loud.
What's that they say? Loud pipes save lives?
Loud pipes save lives. I tell you, they sure did for me on my chopper more than once. Does that mean all welders are savages? But you're not a real true man.
Me?
Unless you're a dangerous man. You see all this horse crap?
I'm dangerous.
I know you're dangerous. No, I'm talking about these guys that sit in these chairs on Instagram and smoke cigars and say, you're not a true man unless you're a dangerous man. Okay, whoever's going to see this is going to see this. I'm going to do this in two dimensions, one up and down. Friends, I just sent my handle off to Eli, okay? This handle, friends, this handle right here is from the 70s.
I think.
Oh, no, Nick. Look at this. Challenge. Okay? Listen, friends. Look at this. Look at the dimensions. This is exactly what I talk about. A slight taper from the top down to there. You see that? It gets a little bit fatter so that your hang. Have you got a tape handy, Nick? Right there. Right here. Boom. Measure the top. I will guarantee you that's 2.5 inches across there. I will almost guarantee it.
Bang on.
It's 2.5 inches. I'm like,
I've had that thing standing on the bench since I was in high school.
no, you have not.
Oh, damn year.
Friends, so this is what they call a fawn's foot. This is a true fawn's foot. You see how I can't even believe this is happening right now, that I found this, because I just sent one off to Eli like this. This is amazing, beautiful, straight as a bone. Challenge. Look at that, friends. There's another little peek at it. I know I'm a weirdo when it comes to this stuff, but you just don't see it. This is what this R&D thing is all about. It's out of gas. I got to get gas, friends. I can tell right away. Instantly, I can. I'm not joking you.
Oh my goodness. Friends, good morning. Just a quick little interjection here today. It's good to see us. Wow. We've been on a hot spell here, and I don't like really wearing my glasses, but it's either that or this. You know, friends, you turn into the drifter, right? And then you know what I mean? So let's just do this for now. Gotta like the Ray-Bans from time to time. Buck and Billy Ray-Bans. Do you know that years ago, here goes my mind. Do you know that years ago a company reached out to me? A marketing company, and they said, Buck, and I got this good. They used to always call me, eh? And they would come up with these packages of sunglasses and pens for knives for promotion for your customers and clients, right? Marketing. This is way before the years of YouTube. So they would get a hold of me, and it was this one guy. And I'm going to tell you honestly, friends, I would just say no thanks. I've said no thanks 1,000 times to people like that. This one guy, He says, Buckin, I know you're busy, but I got something for you, and I think you're going to like it, and I just want you to hear it. I gave this guy kudos, and I told him on the phone, I said, dude, the only reason I'm doing this is because this idea is great, and you sold me. You got me, you son of a gun. How much for 12 or how much for whatever? And you know what it was, friends? It was a set of glasses. He goes, Buckin, he says, do you remember the Ray-Bans, Ray-Bans, sunglasses? I said, of course I do. He says, well, I got an idea. We'll put on the glasses, Buckin Billy Ray-Bans. And I just went, you've got to be kidding me. I said, send me 12 of those. And, of course, you buy 24, they're this amount. And if you buy 12, and then you work them down to the 24 price for the 12 because you know the deal, right? So we ended up doing that, friends. And I did it a few times, and I gave them to my good clients and good friends. And they were actually nice sunglasses. They were, and I've got some here still. But anyways, it was wonderful, and he did a good job. And they call me still to this day. You know who they are? I'm going to give them a shout out because I believe in they're a good company. Trillium, the Trillium Sales Group, and they were good to do business with. They always did what they said they were going to do, and the product would show up, and I'd cut them a check. And but now it's all YouTube. It's all YouTube marketing. People reach out to YouTubers to get their products out there. And it works like hot damn, because if you get a big YouTuber and you got a product like let's just use a muffler for that matter, like something, all of a sudden you get on a big YouTuber's channel and he says your name. Well, you got a business on your hands right now. Like you're in business making money. That's what happens. So this is why, again, friends, I've not been Mr. Sponsored Video guy. It's just, I come first. And what I mean by that is not maybe what you think, but my integrity comes first. I'm not going to sell out. I'm not for sale unless it's something I believe in. I've said this for years. And you know what's crazy? I'll tell you what's crazy. Is that I said at the end of last year, and those folks that follow will remember, I said, friends, we're going to do something this year. I'm going to start working with a company or two, something that I can believe in and get behind that I know you will benefit from. And what did we do? Nick's Boots. Who doesn't, if you need work boots, Nick's is a great company. They are a great company. They're good people. They make excellent boots, and they're in the service industry. You call them, they will relate to you. I noticed there was a comment in yesterday's. I was flying through late at night. I just went through, and there was a guy that asked for the. I guess he emailed them asking for the big eyes. That was just a request from me, and I guess he requested it, and they said they're going to do a collaboration with me to get that. So I guess they're waiting for that. But his nose was out of joint because they didn't give him the big eye. Well, that's got nothing to do with me. But we are going to do a boot, so stay tuned, because there is going to be a collaboration boot with Nick's Boots and Buck and Billy Ray, and it's going to be the ultimate logging boot. I'm telling you this. Stay tuned. This is stuff I can get behind. So the ultimate logging boot can also go downtown dancing, if you're that kind of fella. Ripsaw. Friends, I'm telling you, I'm going to say this right now. Ripsaw is the only company, and this is kudos to Eric and his two partners, okay? This is kudos to those boys. They are the only company that has come to me not looking for something. They came to me. They've watched me for years. I've been in their homes for like 5-6 years. They know who I am. I met them in Pennsylvania last Bunyan with Nick Pixel. We looked at one another's eyes. We shook hands. I ran their saws. We talked about some stuff. There's got to be backstory. There's got to be integrity for me to say to you people, to the people that support me and come here and watch me, there's something behind what I say. Hey, there's a link in the description, or go see these people. Weaver's another group. Weaver's another group, a company that I believe in strongly. Okay? So we have a trusted brands page on our website. Ripsaw will be on that page within the next week or two. They're going on that page. The boys are doing a phenomenal job. Let me say this. They're the only company that has come to me and said, Buchan, what can we do to help your life? By helping us, and obviously that we know that you're going to help us with sales. We know that. And changing and growing and moving and innovating with power saws. We know that already. What can we do for you? How can we make your life better? Okay? So that is business. In the end, business is trust when you decide to do something with someone. Okay? You have not seen the end of this. This isn't a fly-by-night situation, I'll tell you that right now. I haven't talked about this that much, friends. But I'm excited. And the integrity is like, it's just power saws, man. It's power saws. I'm old school. We know I like my old hot rods. But these boys are into the new. This is what, when people come to this channel and learn how to file a power saw or stand up and buck. I'm not a short bar guy. That's another story. There's so many emails I get from people saying, Buchan, I don't know what I was doing for the last 20 years running them short bars. Thank you so much for teaching us how, the long bar and the reasons behind it. And most importantly, how to file a power saw so that you can actually stand up and buck.
I'm just going to cut a little bit of this stuff here. You can't stand up and buck with a dull saw. You just can't do it. You stick in the freaking dull saw overrides and you start reefing up on the power saw. Let's be honest. So friends, I'm here for a purpose. I'm here on YouTube for a reason. Okay? And if you want to learn the system, you know, we all come from, it's geological or whatever that, geographical. We all learn something when we grow up. But if we're stuck in our ways, live it. Stay there. And just be that. You know what I mean? That's your choice. But if you're willing to learn, because I sure am. I sure am, boy. Anyway, I'm going off. But this muffler mod, friends, completely changed the saw. Okay, I'm just telling you. It completely changed the saw. I used a bit of my buddy Donnie Walker's idea because Hogan ran his mufflers. Okay? I used a bit, but I also did something different that you can't see. And I don't believe I'm going to show it, actually, to be quite frank with you. I just don't. There seems to be a lack of etiquette these days on YouTube. And that's all I'm going to say. That is it. That's all I'm going to say. My people have been telling me for years, Buchan, stop showing your stuff. Stop showing your profiles and your ideas on YouTube. Stop doing it. They've been telling me for years. And I'm like, I'm not, what? That's not me. Why? Well, I'm kind of getting it now, but I show it anyway. There's an opportunity every time that you have it. If you have a channel, there's an opportunity to pay homage to your ideas and to your program. If they're yours, they're yours. But if they're not yours and they came from someone else, I see it all the time. Not because I search for it, because it comes to me. In my messages from my people and my friends. They say, Buchan, what's this? I'm like, I don't know. So you have an opportunity. Like I talk about my handles, Jonesy. Every time I talk about axe handles, some guy in Canada, Jonesy, sends me a couple of handles. Doesn't want nothing from me except input and to get better. So I say to Jonesy,
Well, that's too bad. You're getting more than that. You're getting a shout out, and every time I talk about my axe handle patterns that I build, you're getting mentioned. Simple. How hard is that? Stick your ego in the freaking pot in the back and give kudos to the people who inspired you. Because the people who are watching and supporting you, they're either yes men and shining you up and keeping you stuck in life, or they're calling you out on your stuff and making you better. Those are the kinds of people that I want to be around. Mark sent me a muffler straight out to Manitoba, to Tin Man's place. It didn't work. I said it right on camera. This muffler does not work, Mark. Thank you so much for trying, but we got to go back to the... Mark was like, Buckin, thanks. I thought that might be a little wide open. I didn't think it would work, but I wanted to get it to you. I said, buddy, you did incredible getting this muffler here. It just didn't work. What does he do? He goes back to the drawing board and says, thanks for the shout out and thanks for helping me get better. Simple. Nothing more. We move on. I'm not here to dance around the mulberry bush, friends. I'm 54 and I'm just not. Okay? So this is a little bit of a different interjection, but it's been kind of building. I've been seeing things out there and it's time for a slurp of coffee. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to throw this Christmas tree off my freaking porch. And we're going to get springatized. The birds love the tree. Anyway, back to this video. And I'm going to show you what happened to this muffler. Or this power saw with this muffler. Ripsaw and the boys, I showed them. They're like, ah. These guys are great. Over and out.
Oh, never mind. Trim it back.
This should go. I need gas. That I find it.
Make it.
Okay, friends, so what I had to do in order for it to pick up this new program, it wouldn't run. You saw what was happening. And what I meant by, this is important to understand this, it didn't need more fuel on the high. It needed more fuel in initial. So to us old school guys, that would mean low jet. It would need more initial. You heard it, how it, right? Do you know what I mean by that? It needed more initially. So we ran it through its reset program to reset the saw. Do you know what that is? Where you put it on high idle and you let it run for a bit and then you crack it wide open. I think you shut it off and then fire it, and I'll have to double check, but it worked anyways. It instantly changed the saw. I didn't get that on film, but I do have it on film at the house. And I will show you that right now, how to do that. So I forgot you have to do that thing where you put it on high idle, friends. Let's do it. Let's do it. So you pull the trigger, pull the trigger, you pull back once, you let it go. That means you're in high idle. Fire it, let it run like that. You can put the handbrake on if you want, but that's not good. That's not, just let it run.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 22. You see what I'm saying? That freaking tree's 200, 250.
Okay. Listen. Okay. Eric. Friends, I know you see me do this all the time, but listen, friends, this is yellow cedar. Some people call it Alaskan cedar. It's yellow cedar. It was founded in British Columbia. The actual tree is a cypress, we call it. It was founded in Canada by a botanist. If you want to know it is a softwood, of course, but it is nothing like red cedar. Yellow cedar is hard. It has high BTU, which is heat. Now, friends, I'm going to be honest. Friends, this is hard. It's hard. Yellow cedar's hard cutting. Okay, it is. It's not hardwood, but it is harder cutting. Do if you're interested in this, if you're following along on the power saw world journeys, this is not soft. Fir is softer than this. Fir is softer than this. Yellow cedar, it's hard, friends. I know that sounds crazy for a cedar tree. Do the research on it. Just do the research. It's all there. Yellow cedar. Okay? I call it yellow because I'm a patriotic person. Alaskan cedar, I think is the same thing. I believe it is, but it's different ecological, geological. So this is, friends, what I'm saying to you is I'm quite impressed with this muffler program that we just did. It's a completely different saw. Eric, I want you to check this out and refer back to the fir that I just cut in the previous video. For starters, it's bigger, and we got to get dogs on this saw, Eric. Friends, I'm not kidding about yellow cedar. Like it's. Look at it just sit there. So listen, I'm not even gonna. I'm not gonna try and get all. I'm actually gonna try to not get all like I usually get, and just look you straight in the face and tell you that the muffler mod that I just did to the saw completely changed this saw. It would not run at dumpsters. We had to do that thing what I showed you how to do again, where you reset it. It wouldn't. That saw's been. I already done that to this saw. It changed it drastically. It's got way more snap and way more power. I'm not kidding. I don't get off on. You can see. You people aren't. You're intelligent. Just go back and listen and watch. I'm telling you, friends. If there's anything I know about with power saws, it's exhaust. And the companies that build these saws, they have standards they have to stay to. They have EPA, they have pollution control, they have all the stuff they have to deal with. And I'm gonna tell you something right now. That freaking saw is cutting like mad right now. Look at the chips. Okay? It's cutting like mad. All right?
You know what, friends, I wish that, excuse me, I wish all jobs went that easy and quick. You have a vision in your mind and you put it into effect. You reach out to the people that you know that can help you do it. I would have burned holes in that muffler with my MIG welder. It's not a MIG welder job. It was TIG. It was so thin and skinny. That's why they're so light, the stills, to try and make things light. The 500 dealt with it. The side plate, you know, Donnie talks about stuff like that. They try to reduce weight. Well, with that comes issues. Anyways, the exhaust modification, as I said, I wish they were all that easy. They're not. This one happened to work out fairly quickly. One full day of R&D, and we got major gains. And I'm not talking, that's all right there. You can see it. I talked to Eric. I said, Eric, I love you guys. But I think that's why they reached out to me. They're not afraid to, they want feedback. They're not fly-by-nighters, friends. They're not just, these guys are here to build a big company by the sounds of it. They want to build a large company that can service the human being in the power saw genre and everything power saw related, forestry related. So that's what they're trying to do, and that I can most definitely get behind. So, again, I wish they all came out that easy. So I didn't show you what I was doing with the muffler, because I'm just not doing that now. I'm not doing that, and that I never actually thought I would say that on YouTube. I didn't, but I get videos sent to me saying, hey, Buckin, you know, maybe look at this, and, you know, maybe you should start keeping your stuff kind of to yourself a bit, because this was what happens with the axes, happens with this. I don't care. I really don't, friends. It's, if I cared, I wouldn't show it. And I would, it's life. It's just how it goes. YouTube has been a wonderful thing, but it's the people sometimes that you just think there's etiquette there, and there's not. And it's a shame. And you've only got your own garden you can weed, right, friends? We've all got our own garden we can weed. And surround yourself with people you can trust, people who want to lift and grow together. And I've done nothing basically on this channel for 8 years as far as any partnerships or anything like that. Me and Nick's Boots did a thing and are still doing a thing. We're going to do a little thing, Nick and I. We're going to do a collaboration boot. We're talking about it quite intently. So look forward to that. And your big eyes might be available at the top of the boots. Anyway, Ripsaw, thank you again. Your little 201 or 201 is a screamer. I can see why you got kudos for it. But they're open to other, that's a sign of a super good, humble, you know, a company with humility. And humility is having a clear view of oneself, strengths and weaknesses. So my weaknesses, I reach out to people for my weaknesses, and they can help me bring something. Liam Hoffman is very close. My handle that I sent him, friends, it wasn't the greatest. It wasn't the greatest. And I'm not going to, it's about you. It's actually about you people, the people who are going to receive either content or a product. That's who it's about. It's not about me or him or that. That's ego-based. Ego's got to go out the freaking door. It's about the people. You. That's what it's about. So that's what's been most important to me building this channel is you and what you see. So you will not see me with shabby etiquette, shabby YouTube etiquette. You will not see it. You will see me shouting out every inspiration I have ever had on this channel, and you will see it for years and years and years to come, because that's who I am. Check your etiquette. People are watching, and they're either yesing you or straightening you out. I go with the people that straighten me out. That's why I married my wife. I love all of you. Work hard, be honest, and be kind. Over and out.